The best open world game always looks so interesting, especially from the game's ambience, environment, and also the gameplay on how they can explore the world freely. Either with flying features, mount, vehicle, or by using a spider web. It sounds really interesting, right? Remember to like this video to support this channel and subscribe. Please enjoy the video of Top 10 Best Open World Games for Android and iOS, online, offline. You will like it. Project Z Siege Conquest. Do any of you notice about this game? Because it's on development right now and the game's quality is really good. It's a hidden game where not many streamers are showing how the gameplay is. Likely you will see how amazing this game is through this video. So the game has a survival action hack and slash base with an open world concept. We can construct a house, make a crafting tools, and create your own weapon or equipment as you like. It's not pay-to-win game where all of the basic material is pretty easy to gather. The game's combat mechanism is hack and slash base. We can do free combat without thinking of any energy because there is no stamina need. It has a realistic combat that will have less flashy skill. While exploring the open world, we need to be concerned about the life indicator like food and drinks. All of the ingredients can be obtained freely. Project Z Siege Conquest is one of the best RPG open world games on mobile. Mimu Mimu. This game just reminds me of a Tour of Neverland. It's quite identical within those games, but this game's quality is even better and cute. So it looks like a combination of Palworld and Harvest Moon games like, but this game is very relaxing, calming, and casual gameplay. It's because we will not find any enemy around us. This is a new open world game that has 100% without any loading screen, which is the phone need to render the visual even harder and the quality will depend on the phone's specification. Our main objective mission is to survive by planting fruit and vegetables, crafting, and even construct our home base. You know, we can capture a variety of the monster to become our own pet. Then the pet will help us to develop our survival condition and let the pet get some resources like cutting the wood, finding the stone, and even they can take care of our planting area. At this moment, I feel like the game has a wider vision where we can create a village because we can construct the road, tree, and crafting tools. It's one of the best GB games with a simulation concept, and on some applications it reached #1 game as one of the most anticipated games on mobile, which is on Bilibili and TapTap. Light of Motam. After a lot of cases or rumors said out there about this game look quite identical as the Horizon Zero Dawn. I wish the developer can solve any non-technical issues and keep developing this game because as a mobile players, I'm sure many of you are really excited to play it. Can you imagine we can play a monster hunter game with a combination of futuristic concept where all of the monsters that we will face have a robotic form? It's really insane. It's kind of a sandbox game, so you will have a lot of freedom to maintain your own creativity by building a house, crafting, and getting as much resources as you like to make your environment area better. But that's not the only gameplay we should do, because the main storyline is interesting as well. Before you get into the combat, you should prepare for some weapon because we can switch and use a different weapon in any condition. There is no energy need, it's pure depending on your skill on how you dodge the hazardous area and finding the best timing to attack. We will see a huge monster just like a Monster Hunter game in a fantasy world. I totally love the game's concept. Best game RPG open world game Android, iOS, and PC 2026. Where Winds Meet. We all know how popular a Wukong game is right now, even if it reached more than 100,000 players playing it. No wonder many of the players are looking for any mobile game that has a similarity within Wukong. So the first game that I would highly recommend to you then is Where Winds Meet. This game absolutely impressed me. From the game's graphic and even the combat mechanism is way too good for a mobile games. It has so much action we can do like blocking, parrying, counter-attack, defense, and dodge. You can even switch the weapon to adjust the combat battle and play on your own role to adapt, based on the enemy's combat style of course. In-game, you will never see any loading screen, with a far view distance and a high quality level background making the player need to have a high-end phone to enjoy the maximum graphic. Exploring the world by swimming, double jumping, and running will help you a lot to pass through any mission. Spare your free space about 20 GB to download the extra data content. Where Winds Meet, best new ARPG on mobile 2026. Ananta, one of the most promising anime games that will come to mobile in 2026, has an English version already with a very charming voiceover and well features that perfectly delivered through the gameplay trailer. Is enough for me to judge how this game will be. I have a huge conviction if this game will become the most played open world game anime RPG, and it might be reach more than 1 million downloaders within less than a month. Their main target is to reach a wider player to join into his game, so they create a cross-platform game for mobile and PC and connect it within one account. Overall, it has such a great innovation and idea that I would do a hat off to appreciate their effort. We can explore the world by unleashing the spider web, swimming, driving a car, making chaos, frightening the NPC, and many more. This thing will make your day with a fun ambience. The combat battle is hack and slash based with a realistic movement and not in a high-paced speed combat, so you will easily anticipate any incoming attack. Scene Street. Finally, I put an offline one, so if you don't have any connection, then you can try to play it right now for free. The game has a very good game's control and graphic, but once you know how much the game size is, then you will be surprised. It only needs 150 MB in total, but the game's quality looks so promising. Even you will easily see how the NPC will go around you randomly. It's kind of a GTA games where we don't have any mission to be concerned about. We can enjoy the moment of making chaos, disturbing the citizen, and you will get hunted by the police then. When we can kill the enemy with our bare hand, then the police will drop a free weapon of gun to use. So I would like to say it's a no pay to win game open world on mobile. Driving a vehicle, hitting the object, and killing the other NPC is possible to do. Overall, I love the ragdoll physics that looks quite realistic though. White Flame the Hunter. It's a really good offline game that I would recommend for you if you are looking for an offline one. This is an adventure where you can explore the beautiful world. The first thing you should do is to reach the castle first, then you need to meet the guild leader to ask for the next mission. But anyway, you can check the other side mission on the board, mark the mission to start your journey. There are so many selection of quests, but you can't take all of them at once. You need to clear it one by one to unlock the new quests. But most of it is only about killing the monster only and collecting some items from the monster drop items. But you need to be more careful because the gap level between the monster is way too far, so we need to face them from the lower power to the higher one. Absolutely one of the best open world games offline for Android and iOS. Anyway, it's a free game. Want Human. If you're looking for the most realistic game on the mobile with a AAA game animation, then you should try to play it. It's becoming one of the best open world games we can play with the other players through a co-op mode in real time. It has a dark fantasy vibes, so the player who love to kill the strange creature or a mutant, then you might love it. Switching the weapons with melee or long-range combat is possible to do, so we can adjust our combat style as a situation needs. With a great exploration concept and led by a mystery ambience, it will deliver an unpredictable story. Actually, it has a building-based system as well, where we can allocate a different object like a tree, house, and do a decoration. It's been released globally and the game is available on Android and iOS, PC also as well, as a new cross-platform games open world on mobile. Even in 2026, I'm sure this game is still worthy to play. Shadowborn. It's a new open world game that doesn't need any connection to start even if it's a free to play, but I see how the developers are creating it so seriously. The first impression I see about it is it reminds me of a Diablo game like. Seriously, once you see how the ambience is, then you will realize how dark fantasy based is the main concept. The inventory UI is well described how the Diablo games looks at all. So the gameplay is open world based, but it will show us a loading screen as a transition to reach a new area. We can explore the world by riding a horse and even attack the enemy while riding on it, but I prefer to get down from the horse while fighting because the control will become much easier. All of the equipment and weapons are pretty easy to obtain. It's truly a magnificent gameplay. Unbroken Survival. This game is one of the best new open world games with a premium base and playable offline. The gameplay really impressed me because it's just like a mutant base where we should follow the main mission that will come with a hint. So I'm sure you will not be lost and confused. We'll do an adventure and reach a certain spot to find out what made it happen behind this chaos, even if it is a survival base but we can't craft any weapon. So the only action we can do is get the gun through visiting the weapon shop and get it by using some in-game gold. Actually, some gold has been prepared for the newbies, so you all can pick the weapon freely. In combat, we need to tap the aim button first before shooting. Adjust the aim assist to lock the target easier. Bonus, Spider Future. I just noticed if we have this amazing game on mobile, it's truly a magnificent game and I would recommend it for you to play, especially if you are a fan of Spider-Man lovers. This game will represent a huge open world map where you can explore the world freely using a spider web and reach the objective spot faster. Eliminate the gangster by using a simple basic combat style, basic attack and also dodge. Anyway, it's an open world online game on mobile, so the ads will show up to help the developers update. There is no conversation or dialogue, it only has a prologue about the main character characteristic and how he turned into a super Spider-Man. Does any of you know this game before? It's been downloading over 500,000 players anyway. Remember to like this video and see you on the next list. Thanks.